pretty mind-blowing 170 years old piece of architecture. How amazing is this place? The heart, the bazaar. Fascinating look into toilet design.
This place would put the house of Jeff Bezos to shame.
From here we get the Bazaar of Kashan. I am making some very bold fashion choices today.
At the end, we snuck onto the roof of the Caravanserai. You may want to stay for that.
Lanes, can you see? Today I am heading towards Kashan, 3.5 hours from where I was, and it should be like a cool little historical city. Not a very eventful ride. This is starting to look a little more like what I've been searching for. Still not quite sure where I'm staying, so I'm a little bit stuck. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. And there's supposed to be a hostel that I'm struggling to find. Good morning. Today is a very exciting day because after being stuck in Tehran for so long, I finally get to explore a bit. And right now I am in this heritage historical house, hostel, hotel, guest house place, which is very pretty. Yeah, and at night you get to sit on the roof, and it's got this beautiful courtyard with a fountain. It's a lovely spot. It is already getting a bit hot, but I'm excited nonetheless. This is where the bike is parked. It's been fun getting it in here, and since my feet have suffered a little bit and got cracked up with all the dust and sandals, I am making some very bold fashion choices today. This is exactly the kind of place that gets me excited. It reminds me of Uzbekistan, the sort of desert architecture, which also means I am wearing enough sunscreen to be exhibited in Madame Tussauds. Small walkways. I love these places. I have no idea where I'm going. I would like to get to a mosque. There is a mosque. This is probably not the mosque. Maybe. Let's see. Definitely not the mosque. Well, the plan for today is to see mosques, more mosques, and a lot of historical places, bathhouses, old architecture. So it's quite exciting for me, hopefully for you also. This is the Agha Mosque. Salam.
Salam. Building history.
Yes.
170 years ago.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Area.
Thank you. So, as I've just been told, it's a 170 years old piece of architecture, which is really beautiful. And so, thank you. And it is already about 30 something degrees. So being a pale white guy makes these experiences very memorable. And I think in general, Arabic architecture or Arabesque, or somebody please correct me, is impossible to not admire these places. Ah, it's even got some fish. They must be very hot in there. And down here we've got some fig trees, which in Quran are described as one of the fruits of the paradise. And I will say I have to agree, because they are very tasty here. And look at all these colors and the tiles. This is one of my favorite things about the mosques. The ceilings and all the details in the architecture. In some places it can be like thousands and thousands of tiny tiles and mosaics. And there's some places like this which are a little bit simpler, but very beautiful. I have no idea what this is. It looks like it's designed to carry something or someone. Now to the next item on my list, which is the bazaar. It's about 1,000 years old. I love bazaars, but because of the old architecture, especially with historical bazaars like this, it can get really amazing and detailed. So I'm very curious how it's gonna compare to the bazaar in Tabriz. And it's generally divided into sections. So you have a section for jewelry, section for shoes, carpets, so on. There's a lot of these hallways with shops and shops and shops. But then there in the middle are places like this, which, as you can see, are a lot more special. How amazing is this place? The one thing that really saddens me is that it's very difficult to find information sources about the individual places. Wow. This is pretty mind-blowing. So with these mosques, or in this case it's a shrine rather than a mosque, there tends to be someone who is considered of high stature or holy, and it is technically a burial place. In this case the guy is Sultan Hassan bin Musa bin Jafar, which I might be mispronouncing. It is not easy with some of the names. The thousands and thousands and thousands of tiny mirrors on this ceiling is just magnificent. So you see these stones, and you have seen that the guy praying, when he puts his head down, he touches this stone. It's when you're praying, you're supposed to touch your head to the ground. And in this case, the small stones that you see are generally a part of graves of certain people that they consider holy, or from certain places. So you can also find this in hotels. Every now and then they will have, well, actually most of them will be equipped, the room, with these small stones that can be used for praying. And there is somewhere in this bazaar a place that looked so exciting that I am now trying to find to show you. And we have finally found the place, Aminodolle Caravanserai. And yes we have. Look at this. It's the sort of a heart of the bazaar, and I can look at these ceilings all day, every day, because it's just majestic. And when you consider that it has been here for about 1,000 years, it's an incredible thing. Let's see carpet store. Though I will admit, I mostly want to go there because I want the view from the top. Salam. Is it okay? Perfect. How beautiful this is. This is it, or is it bigger?
No, it's the best part is the back there.
Okay, now we have found out it's about 200 years that this place has been operational. And he was saying that these are for, or were for washing clothing. Okay. It is a very strange taxidermy. Maybe it was like a famous ferret for catching snakes. Ah, I guess at that time this might have been for wine.
Yeah, and they used as a reservoir.
So this would have been for steam, I reckon.
This is for distillation or something like that, for extracting the rose water. This is for distillation.
So it was like rose water.
Yeah,
But
the tools, yeah.
oh.
But it's not common in baths.
Yeah, I don't think I've
Just-
seen it.
I guess they just put it here.
Oh, so it was like a shower bath.
Yeah, right.
Huh. I thought it would be like one of those where you have the big bathtubs.
But in Mir Sultan, you can see the main structure.
Reservoir.
Reservoir, right?
So yeah, because I guess at the time there would be no shower and water in most houses, so they would have to come here
That's right.
to wash. So it's like public showers. So we're still in the bathhouse, And this is a fascinating look into toilet design. So you have the European toilet, you have the traditional hole in the ground, and you can pee here, and then to clean it, it's like that. Fascinating. Very innovative design. And then we've also been discussing that back then I was told this was like a social place. So people would gather here and they would discuss social and political events and what's going on and so on. Women were not allowed, so I guess that since this is a place where the public and the people go and clean themselves, women just had to stay dirty. Or I would assume that there's probably like a different bathhouse that's just for women. So now we are, where are we?
Restaurant Mosque.
Mosque, which is supposed to have traditional food.
That's right.
And I'm very curious. It's one of my favorite parts about traveling is food. So
Have you tried before Iranian food, right?
oh yeah.
So do you like it?
Oh yeah, I love it. The food is great. So this is the amazing food. Now this should be some traditional meatballs with plums in them and a lot of vegetables and bread. And I'm very curious, and I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Because even if it's not, I'm so hungry that it's gonna be amazing. The lunch was fantastic. I can now barely walk. Tour of the historical houses continues. So this time we're going to Sultan Amir Ahmad's bath. And it's about 150 years old. And from the pictures I've seen, it would probably put Jeff Bezos' house to shame. Let's see if this is the most perfect place in the world to take a bath. Okay, so and these are the famous historical baths that have been here for about 200 years. You can feel the atmosphere of people mingling around here. The attention to detail is stunning. I mean, wouldn't you love to have this in your house? It just keeps going and going. Though I do have to say, when somebody tells me a bath, I can't imagine like a pool that this says that this is a locker room. So this is the reservoir. I don't know if you can see the steps going down. It's just generally been the way that they structured these. There's a deep underground reservoirs for water, but also sort of the underfloor heating. And this is one of the parts that this house is very famous for. It is the design of the ceiling, where over the last 2 centuries there have been 17 different designs that just were added on top of each other. And in different parts of the bath you can find sort of different bits of the ceiling that they dug up or restored. Shaving room. The design would kind of suggest that they were probably not shaving their face. And this is one of the parts that this place is very famous for. It's the roof. And normally, I understand that you can't really visit it super easily anymore. But if you do ask, and you ask nicely, then they will open it for you. And all the parts of the baths that you've seen down there with these little globes and rays of light coming through. Well, here we are. Can we see anything? Well, not really. Beautiful place. Really, really beautiful place. I love the amount of detail to come up with this, you know, to create all these little domes and put glass through them. So you have different, a little bit too slippery. So you get different light illuminating different parts of the place. It's gorgeous. Later today, we're going to visit the roof of the Grand Bazaar. The plan is to go there for sunset and maybe take some cool shots. See how that goes. So this is very cool. I just met a local guide who gave me advice on how to get here. And this is the part of the old fortification of Kashan, in the Kashan castle. So these walls, these mud walls, more specifically, have been here for 1,000 years. That is pretty impressive. And let's just hope I'm not gonna fall through the roof, because that could certainly be unpleasant. And what we're doing is we're going over there on the walls, and we should get a nice view of the old historical houses. My all-time favorite thing, paths less traveled. Ideally traveling them without falling to, well, not death, just broken bones. Still unpleasant. This is the view over the historical houses that are, let's just call it, not super well preserved. Which is so sad. If you think about what we've seen today and how beautiful these buildings were, the ones that are preserved, it's fantastic. And then we also have parts of the city that look like this, you know, and clearly this was a very beautiful building. You can see all the beautiful shapes. That is such a shame. This must have been so beautiful. You can see that there's a cellar. There are all these beautiful shapes in there of the roof. Ah, it's kind of hard to see such a beautiful building in total disarray. And I don't know what this looked like 1,000 years ago. Presumably there were buildings and houses, since this is inside the walls. So it's where people would hide in case of war. And now all that's left are fields. I really want to go in there. You could probably climb that wall, which I'm sure is illegal. Let's see if there's a way to get down there. Well, I have found a way, I think, which is climbing over that wall. But I'm slightly running out of time. Let's do the market. Let's do the market roof. Meet my new friend. I am very sure I'm not supposed to be in here. But the gate was open. It's hard to resist. And I'm pretty sure that this is where I was trying to go. Very cool. The one problem is I have about 25 minutes to get to the market. And then it's sunset. I guess I'll have to try to come back with our favorite pipe smoking guide.
I agree.
And let's find a way onto the roof. I think maybe that way and around.
I know some people that find a way from this Linche, this place, to the top of.
Oh, here.
Okay.
Sorry?
Look at this well. How deep is it? Down below.
Oh wow.
Watch out.
I bet you can't see, but it is bloody deep. Perfect. We have just saved 300,000 tonne.
Did you get some rest? Did you get some rest?
No.
What is your name?
John.
Can you see the dome of the Great Mosque that you've been there before? That one.
Oh yeah.
Not this one, that one,
The next
farther-
one.
Yeah, the further one.
Oh nice.
This is kind of whole cityscape of Kashan, as you can see.
Wow. Let's okay, that part is the tallest. Man, this would be the perfect place to drink some wine and have some beers.
Look at my gallery. This is
Ah.
just down there.
So that is the Great Gallery of Kashan. This is where you need to go.
Oh, come on. You
No.
kidding me?
No, they should. Everyone should go to galleries. Galleries are the best. I love this. We're like so close to the ceiling. And this way we can go up. And finally, to the top we go. Let's just hope it doesn't collapse. That would kind of suck. I'm a little scared because I mean it looks thick. It does look thick. But I have also seen a lot of these crumble down. So it does not feel the safest, and I don't know how much there is done in terms of inspections, but look at that. This is the view, huh? And from here we get the whole Kashan.